Nicole Belolan, and I'm the Public Historian in Residence at the Mid-Atlantic Regional Center for the Humanities at Rutgers, Camden. And welcome to the Public Historian at Home. Hi, welcome to the Public Historian at Home. Today we're going to be focusing on just one object, this chair. Before the COVID-19 crisis, we'd love to go antiquing every weekend. We wouldn't always buy something, but we would occasionally find treasures that we simply had to come home with. And this chair is an example of one of those treasures. I got it at Philly Reclaim, which is an architectural salvage nonprofit in Philadelphia. It's right across the river from us. So right across from us in Riverton, it's in northern Philadelphia. Architectural salvage places are great if you're working on preserving your own home. You can buy giant mantles that you can put in your living room, or big columns that you can use to replace rotted out porch columns with. They also have antique tubs and sinks, smaller things too, like plates, things like doors and windows, and sometimes they carry furniture as well. On the way out of the warehouse one day, I walked by this chair after buying something else and picked it up and went back inside and bought this as well. It was a $5 deal and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't wait to take it home to make it a part of our lives in our house in Riverton. This particular chair I knew based on the style of it, probably dated to the 19th century or so. This style of chair was actually popular before then in the 18th century too. I'm not sure if the green paint remnants you're seeing are original to when the chair was first made, but they're certainly pretty old. I did clean this chair and I sanded it very lightly because I wanted to prepare it for painting. I decided that even though it has a fairly newer seat, this originally would have been leather or maybe rush or splint. And even though it was missing a spindle, which we're having replaced, you can see that is missing here. There are two holes here where one of these spindles would have been. Decided I wanted to repaint it, and I used the green paint as some guides. I decided to use milk paint, which is relatively non-toxic, and I just went on their website and picked a color that was fairly close to what I was seeing. I wasn't intent on matching it perfectly. And as you could see, when this video started, I was mixing up that paint with water, because that's how you make it into paint that you can actually use. And I've tested it here. The paint that's on here already was definitely more blue, but I really like this color. I think it's going to make this chair look really nice and more usable for our purposes. Now, if I were working in a museum and this came into my collection, probably wouldn't do too much to it. Museums tend to prefer for their artifacts to remain as they are as they come into the museum. But again, since this is my house, my $5 chair, I can do what I want with it, and I'm really excited to add it to what we have upstairs. Most of the things that we have in our house, we're trying for them to date to maybe between 1916 when the house was built and perhaps into the 1930s or so. This particular chair was certainly made before this house was built, so very conceivably a chair like this could have been in this house at some point in time. Now it's here, which is a lot of fun to think about. Really ordinary chair, very common. There are a lot of them in museums. If you found one like this and wanted to learn more about it, if you didn't have easy access to reference books, you might check out some museum collections that you can find online. Check out websites like the Winterthur Museum. The Winterthur Museum is in Delaware, or the Colonial Williamsburg Foundation. They have a great museum down in Virginia. Both those museums have large furniture collections, and they're a great way to research your antiquing finds. So preservation isn't just about preserving the outside of your house or big projects like preserving or redoing or restoring a bathroom. It's also about the inside of the house and the things inside your interior. Those things include furniture, they include people, they include activities, they include the sensory environment like sounds and lighting. Furniture is a part of that too, and I hope that when all this is over, we all have more opportunities to go antiquing and that you find a treasure to take home as well. If you do find something, send me an email. I'd love to see it.